Hello and welcome to all you Capricorns. Welcome for the last monthly horoscope of the year of 2013 for you Capricorns. And what an emphasis on your sign. How nice to be having so many planets in your sign. No eclipses for the month of December. We had all the eclipses, and now December is really, I think it's going to be your month. It's going to be a big focus on you, a big focus on Capricorn, a big focus on how you profile yourself, how you see yourself, how others see you, your relationships and all of that. Now what is happening? The interesting thing about the month of December is that two planets are going to be in the same sign for way longer than normal. Like Venus normally is approximately 1 month in one sign. Now it's going to be it's already in Capricorn as from November, but it's going to be in your sign the whole month up until April of next year. So you're going to have Venus so long in your sign. That is a very good sign. And sometimes people ask me, but it's going retrograde, that is not good. It isn't. It only means that you are going to take 2 steps forwards and then 1 step back. That is not a bad thing in itself. Venus in your sign shows that you're, especially with a Capricorn rising, it shows that your attraction, you're going to attract other people to you. So people are going to see you more. People are going to see you, and that is a nice thing. Also, even for a Capricorn, who's really not all about being in the spotlight and everything, but it's nice when people see who you are, and that is a huge emphasis during this month. So having Venus for such a long time in your sign is an opportunity to maybe also do something, if you want to do something about your looks. Let's say you've had it with the style that you had, it's a good time to change it, especially around the 22nd of December, because then Venus goes retrograde. So it's a good time to change it, or your outfit, just change your outfit. It's a good time to do that. And so people will see you more as Venusian, so they won't see they will see you in a more charming way, in a softer way. And that is good, because then you will get along better with other people. So that's one thing. Another thing that's very interesting for Capricorn, and that most Capricorn, I think, have affinity with, is that Mars, that other planet that is all about action and your drive, will be for such a long time in your 10th house, the house of career. It's the Capricorn house. And so the planet of action will be there as from December up until 8 months later, and also going retrograde. So it means that for all of us, we are going to be focusing a lot on one particular area of our life, and we're going to put a lot of energy into it. And for you Capricorns, it's going to be work. It's going to be your social status, and most Capricorns do like that. They do like to spend time to become better, to become a bit more seen. It's a lot about being seen, actually, especially for December. So it's a good time to push forward. It's a good time when it comes to work. It's a good time to take action when it comes to work. Don't do it too much, because maybe there are going to be some bosses that are not really going to like that. But again, you've got Venus in your first sign, so there won't be a problem, especially not until April of next year. That's kind of protecting you against being too harsh and being too straightforward. So it's a very nice energy to have, if you have plans to start your own business, if you have plans to change your jobs, and if you have plans and because you changed jobs, maybe you're going to change home as well. You know, all those, because it takes such a big amount of months, 8 months in that one particular house, it means that, you know, it's effort that needs to be done there. And if there is one sign that is really good in doing things within time and doing it in a structural way, it is a Capricorn normally that knows how to do that. Another thing that is very interesting for you, Capricorn, is that you've got Jupiter in a nice trine with your ruler Saturn. So you've got Saturn in the 11th house, your ruler of Capricorn, which is very much about structuring your aspirations, structuring your goals for the future, structuring or changing your friends, the friends that are good and the friends that are not good for you anymore, and the other way around. So you are doing a lot of work there, and sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes it can be a real challenge to work on those aspirations, to work on those communications with like-minded people as well, because all of that is in a very serious way. Also, when you're having your own business, Saturn in the 11th can be heavy because it's the income house as well. So people who have own businesses can, and with Saturn in the 11th, have a bit more restricted income. But now with Jupiter trining that, especially around the second week of the month, it's going to be more in balance, and Jupiter is in your 7th house of other relationships. So there's a nice connection between other people and friends, or there's something going on there, especially if you are single. Maybe a friend will become more than a friend around the second week. And if you're not single, it can simply mean that you are gaining so much support of that other person and that you get your balance there. So that's really nice. But it's all very positive, isn't it? Aren't there any days that are a bit more of high energy and a bit more, let's say, a bit more tricky? Yes, there are. And it's especially around Christmas and New Year's Eve, if you are celebrating that. Now, I don't think for a Capricorn it's a bad thing, because it can be on Christmas Eve, it's the moon and Mars conjunct each other. So the moon is emotions, Mars is action. So, excuse me, it can be a bit heavy conversations, maybe with the 10th house is often associated with mother. So maybe when you are celebrating it, don't really try to get into a fight with your mom, because we're probably going to lose that discussion. But on another level, it can simply mean that you are getting a bit emotional when it comes to your work around that day, which is a bit strange, of course, because it's for a lot of people it's around Christmas time. But maybe you've got to work. There are people who work around Christmas time. I did that once in a restaurant, and it was really rewarding, because people really did appreciate that you worked while they were celebrating. But anyways, and New Year's Eve is really going to be for Capricorn, especially those who have planets around 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 degrees of Capricorn. My goodness, that is going to be an evening, because it's a new moon, which reflects already new beginnings and a new fresh start. The sun and the moon together in Capricorn, but also conjunct, very close to Pluto, which is a very powerful beginning. So, and also Mercury, the planet of communication, will also transit your own sign. So it's a huge emphasis on how you relate to others, how you see yourself, and how others see you. So it's a fresh, brand new year 2014 for you, Capricorn, with a lot of deep transformations and on all levels. So I hope you will really get the best out of that, of all those new stuff coming in, of becoming so more real than you already are. And so thank you very much for listening, and if you want a private consultation, that is possible. I made a special offer. There is a special offer there. And because it's also the time of the year, I guess, to see an astrologer or to know what's going on next year, because these are very general, of course. But anyway, thank you for listening and see you next month. Bye bye.